Welcome back, and it's always good to see so many people at the conference. And I think Jenny had told me we have record attendance this year, so I hope you find this as valuable as I have always found it when we've attended. I'd like to thank Amy for the recognition, Agri-Marketing Magazine for sponsoring the award, and thanks Susie as well for leading NAMA this year. I appreciate it. I'd also like to congratulate all the winners from last night. It's always impressive to see the creativity and just some of the ideas that continue to come out of this group year in and year out. And also congratulations to Dave Seahusen of Land O'Lakes, this year's Agribusiness Leader of the Year. I'll tell you a quick story. Between my sophomore and junior year in college, I was the tour guide at the Land O'Lakes Answer Farm, and I know how great that organization is. Being recognized by your peers for the work that you do and the impact that you have in a marketplace is very, very humbling. And I don't think any of us accept these awards or this recognition alone. I know we don't. And on behalf of Beck Ag, I will accept the responsibility to accept it on behalf of my business partners. We are a virtual organization. We have just over 60 employees and specialized contractors who work in 21 states. Today, my business partners are with me. They are founder John Finnegan, directors of business development Vernon Benish and Keith Nicholson, and our director of innovation Margaret Oldham, and my other business partner Vince Richmond, who is out of Jonesboro, Arkansas, was unable to make this trip. You know, I think all of us sitting in this room know that word of mouth is nothing new to agriculture. Our granddaddies did it, leaning across a fence post, talking about stuff called hybrid seed corn and which cows to keep because they were milking better. And our fathers did it, leaning across a pickup truck, talking about which hybrids are yielding the best and how well artificial insemination really does work. And today, through various technologies, we have allowed agricultural professionals throughout our industry to connect and share their experiences in B2B conversations, focusing on return on investment, saving time, and increasing value in their own language. Word of mouth and experience sharing marketing allows us to engage as marketers now in those conversations. And I want you to hear, I use the word engagement, and it's probably made the list of 50,000 overused words, but there's a significant difference when you're engaging versus influencing a conversation. Engagement is by permission. And when you're engaging and facilitating a dialogue, it's a significant different outcome than when you're influencing a conversation. Beck Ag has specialized the past 13 years in the development and the design of a copyrighted dialogue process that engages peers with positive experiences with targeted prospects. And the end result is we move people from awareness to adoption a lot faster, accelerating the decision-making process and changing marketplace behaviors. Through this opportunity, I've had the time to sit back and reflect just a little bit on my career, and as I said earlier, no one gets to this point by themselves. 40 plus years ago, I had the opportunity in Grundy County, Iowa to have my first job. It was either in July detasseling corn or every Sunday afternoon getting to scrape farrowing crates. My parents could not be here today, but at 11 o'clock last night, about 11:15, my 73-year-old mother sent me a text, and they got done with planting before it rained today. So the one thing I learned from them is that every single job is important. That you do your best of your ability every time you have the opportunity, and only to deliver excellence. I had the opportunity to start my career in an organization led by Bill Griffith, NAMA's 1991 Agribusiness Leader of the Year. That organization, through much of his own leadership, taught me that risk is something you need to take. And risk is just fine when you're keeping your customer and your client's best interest in mind. Dale Locken is the current CEO of the South Dakota Wheat Growers, and I had the opportunity to work with him for about 4 years. And he taught me that thinking strategically is so much more important than tactically. Always put the who ahead of the what, and then put the what ahead of the how. And quite frankly, if you've got the who and the what right, the how will happen. And he used to tell me, Stephanie, it ain't going to happen the way you want to do it, though. And when who and what are right, the how will come together and positive results will follow. The past 13 years, I've learned from John Finnegan, our founder, that he's taught me the responsibility of fulfilling a corporate mission and understanding and always protecting our company guiding principles. I am very proud to say that the 60-plus individuals that we have working for Beck Ag know and live our guiding principles. We hire by them, we make daily decisions by them. Everyone's expected to lead a balanced and productive life. Complacency in our organization is a disease, and continuous improvement is a table stakes expectation. Independent responsibility and opportunity must be given, especially in the nature of a virtual organization. Their decisions must always be made in the best interest of the client, and as long as that customer comes first. The last individual I'd like to thank today is my husband, Bob. He's sitting in the audience, and they're planting corn back at home, and I'm hoping the phone's off for these 5.5 minutes, because I want him to hear this very, very strongly. This past July, when we hired a new director, I'm going to tell you a story, and this will kind of let you know a little bit about his character. We had Stacy in the office for orientation, and he came and joined us for dinner afterwards that evening. And I asked, Stacy was getting married, and I said, Bob, how would you explain what we do to Stacy's fiance? And he sat back at the table, and he thought a minute, and then he leaned forward and he said, Stacy, you've just joined a group of very experienced and passionate people who love to sell shit by using the voice of the right people and describing exactly with the right words why they should buy stuff. And that's true. We are a group of very experienced and passionate. That just means we're old, but it also means we got some good experience. But very, very passionate people. And personally, I've only been able to be passionate about my career in agriculture for the past 22 years because I know I've got that unconditional support at home. He's shown some tremendous flexibility when it wasn't really cool to be the dad who stayed home while mom went out to work. He's shown some tremendous patience. I'll say that one again. He showed some tremendous patience throughout the years. And he's also sometimes been my sounding board, as well as the signature on the loan papers when we needed to, when we were starting up. So I do appreciate everything you've done. Thank you for being here today. I can also be very passionate about the work that we do at Beck Ag because I know that we don't do it alone. Ephesians 3:20 says, you can do immeasurably more than all you ask or imagine through Christ who strengthens you. And finally, I am very passionate about the work that we do because I've seen, along with our clients, the impact that Beck Ag has made in their marketplace. Marketers throughout our industry have recognized the power of word of mouth throughout the years and experienced sharing marketing tactics. And when done right, our clients who have worked with us, their marketing messages have become part of their customers' everyday conversations. It's been exciting to be able to pioneer this type of word of mouth strategy and this type of marketing strategy in this industry. You know, we've taken something as literal and as organic as the coffee shop talk. We've been able to put farmers, veterinarians, consultants, influencers, and others, gather them together for an hour, let them share their experiences in their own language. We've coached a lot of marketers to lose control, and we've watched their behavior change because of the conversational design. Finally, I'd like to thank Dr. Jay Ackridge and Dr. Joan Fulton of Purdue University for recognizing the work that Beck Ag has been able to do in this industry through this marketing strategy and for nominating us for this award. And I'd also like to thank the members of NAMA and Agri-Marketing Magazine for this recognition. Thanks.